Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortoise the Great. Welcome you back to my channel. For those of you guys who are fans of the Minecraft Lord of the Rings series that I ran, gosh, it's been over a year since that one wrapped up. But there still seems to be a lot of interest in it, and mostly I'm gauging that by still getting views and comments and stuff on that series. But largely, I'm gauging that on the fact that almost every other day, I'm getting a comment, "Where's Season 2 of Minecraft Lord of the Rings?" And I respond to them every time, but they still keep coming in, and so I figured I needed to put an update out here for those of you guys who are watching for it and all of that. Where's Minecraft Lord of the Rings Season 2? The fact of the matter is, and I said this kind of in the finale of Season 1, and unfortunately the status hasn't changed, there's not enough... We explored basically the whole mod, and they've added a little bit here or there, lots of new factions and stuff, I guess, you know, kebab machines and things, gates, but largely what I'm looking for, if I were going to do a Season 2, we talked about doing potentially a server, but I'm not doing a server. Looking into it, it's just like, even like the creations that are on the server, so somebody builds Erebor, but you can't go explore Erebor because you're not part of their faction or whatever, so it doesn't add anything to the experience, plus then you're just constantly getting killed. So I discounted doing a server, and so basically where I'm standing right now is that Season 2 of Minecraft Lord of the Rings is not going to happen until the mod updates to the point where there are actual landmarks to go explore. I've kind of explored the whole map, I've seen all the factions and stuff that I have interest in seeing. A lot of the stuff that they're adding I've never even heard of, like, so they added the Dale faction, but that doesn't mean Dale is there. It just means, okay, so there's random dudes, and maybe there's a little campsite or something that randomly spawns in the area, but Dale itself is not there. Erebor is not there, you know, none of these main locations, Rivendell, and you know, all of these locations that would be interesting to explore, if Rivendell itself was there to go look at, then we would, I mean, that would be something new to see, but if we're just gonna wander around and go look at, you know, I don't know or care about the Far Harad factions. Like, that's not. Maybe there was an offhand reference to them in the book. I know, you know, like the guys from writing the Oliphants maybe can't. I don't know, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Even as a reader of the books and a watcher of the movies, it doesn't add anything to my interest in playing more of the mod. And honestly, I can't justify starting a new season of this series if there's not other things to explore, because it's an exploration adventuring series, and so if there's nothing new to see, like, I think I gave the mod in its previous state, when we did Season 1, I think I gave it a fairer shake than pretty much anybody else who had done the series had done, even like PSJ and some of these other people who had started series on the mod. Like, there wasn't enough there even at that point for them to continue, and what I'm looking for is there's gonna have to be more for us to justify continuing or starting another season of it. Yeah, so maybe there's a half dozen new factions, but okay, so there's six episodes and then we're done, because what else am I going to do with this? Just wandering back through the Blue Mountains, and as cool as that stuff was the first time, I don't know if there's enough there to really, like, is that going to bring you guys in? Like, is that what you guys want to see? I don't have any passion for doing that, and so until either I had been working, unfortunately it fell through, I think, but I had been working with, because at this point, the mod creators have basically said that's never going to happen. They're never really. I mean, it's pretty much their lowest priority. They're more interested in making, you know, kebab machines than continuing development on key aspects of this mod. Which is, okay, so when I walk through Bree, I want to find more than an empty cross section. I want to find the town of Bree, and there's so many great builders out there. I personally, now I'm not a mod creator, but I've done some programming in the past, and so I honestly don't understand, with everything they've accomplished with the mod, how that's not possible. Like, there's so many great builders out there. There's been so many great instances of, like, Erebor built and things like that, or Isengard, or, you know, all these other places. How difficult is it really to have those generate there when I mean, because they've got this, you know, special specific map that we're playing on. They've got the roads that are spawning in programmatically. It's like, how much of a further step is it to really start adding in some of these things? And then honestly, until either the mod creators get to the point where they're adding that stuff in, and or the community builds a map that's got all of these special landmarks and cities and towns and things to see, unless there's more for us to explore that would justify a Season 2, unfortunately it's just not going to happen. And I loved this series. I'm glad that you guys loved this series, but just from a content creator standpoint, I don't have anything more to give this until the mod has something more to give me back. So, I mean, if you guys are super stoked and you want a Season 2, honestly, what it's going to take is somebody, either in the community or in, the mod developers, we're going to have to get a map that's got all of these things on it. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I hope you guys understand that. I mean, I get comments about it all the time, so I don't think. I think a lot of you guys don't, but I think once I explain it, I don't know. Or even just like last week, I had somebody. I kind of explained it as best I could, and still kind of getting pushback, and I understand that. But I can't do a Season 2 with what they've added back, and it would, because it's an adventuring series, but we've already kind of explored and adventured everything. Sure, there's nuggets there. I get that. Oh, now there's Swan Knights. I think the Swan Knights were in before we finished the series, but I don't know what that is. I didn't have any interest in going to explore that. I mean, even as a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan, some of that just it's so obscure that I just don't care. And I don't think we get a full Season 2 out of it, even if I went and explored all the new stuff. Anyway, guys, I wanted to make this a quick update, so I'm going to cut it short here, but thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested in seeing a Season 2, honestly, what it's going to take, you guys pull together as a community and make a map. Pull together a map, builds from other builders. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. But honestly, until either the mod updates to the point that that some of these things are there to explore, or the community itself pulls together and builds something. Like I said, I was working with I commented on the Facebook group just seeing like if something like this existed, and I was talking with a server, and they were gonna try and pull something together, or they were interested in helping out or partnering or whatever, but then that fell through. I don't think that I think somebody on the team was really excited about it, and then somebody else on the team popped back much later into the conversation, was like, oh no, we're not going to do that, and then it just kind of, I don't know, died. I don't know if that server even launched. It was something they were like prepping for a server. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys understand. If you don't, feel free to put comments down below, or if you do, just feel free, any thoughts or comments or questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the comments down below. But unfortunately, as of now, I don't really have any concrete plans for Season 2 on the horizon. I know I said when Season 1 wrapped up that we would. I was much more optimistic about, the possibilities of being able to do that at that point. And it's just not going to happen unless there's something that actually justifies it. I loved the mod. If they actually add more that's worth exploring, I will be the first one in line to do another series on it. But right now, my schedule's just so full, and real life is kind of a big deal, and so yeah, it's not worth my time at this point, unfortunately. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed Season 1. Keep watching Season 1, and hopefully someday we'll be able to bring you guys Season 2. But it's been 2 years since I started that series, and really they haven't made a whole lot of like significant progress on the mod in terms of like and that kind of stuff. I think that they're basically saying that's never going to happen, and they're just like, oh yeah, no, it'll happen, but if in the far, far future. It's like, I don't know. Is the interest going to be there in the far, far future? I feel like that's something we should prioritize. But anyway, guys, I've been Tortoise, and you guys have been great. Have a good one.